You see her across the room. Her laugh rings out a little louder than necessary, then she catches your eye. Just for a heartbeat. Her gaze drops. But in that fraction of a second, something in the air shifts. You feel it. A current. An undeniable pull, like an invisible string snapping taut between you. She's not saying a word. Her mouth is smiling, polite. Her conversation might be entirely innocent, but her fingers, they're telling a different, more primal story. They brush against her neck, almost imperceptibly, a feather-light touch that sends a jolt through the space separating you. Her sleeves are adjusted, then adjusted again, even though they were perfect just moments before. Her hair falls across her shoulder, then is tucked back, a slow, deliberate movement that draws your eyes to her face, then lingers, almost imperceptibly, on her lips. Most men miss it. They see a nervous habit, a casual fidget, a woman simply adjusting her comfort. They believe attraction only speaks in grand, undeniable gestures, in bold confessions, in overt flirtation. They wait for words, for an obvious sign, but they're wrong. Deeply, fundamentally wrong. They are missing an entire universe of communication that happens just beneath the surface, because a woman's deepest desire doesn't shout its intentions from the rooftops. It whispers. It leaks, an irresistible current through her fingertips, through the unconscious rhythm of her body, through 1,000 tiny electric signals that most men are completely blind to. These aren't just random movements. These are the raw, unfiltered expressions of her subconscious, the quiet echoes of a heart that's been stirred. Imagine this. You're leaning in, telling a story that makes her eyes sparkle with genuine amusement. The room fades. It's just the two of you in that moment. And as you speak, her hand, as if compelled by an unseen force, drifts to her collarbone, tracing an invisible line along the delicate skin, almost as if she's trying to feel her own pulse quicken. She doesn't even know she's doing it, but her body is talking. It's testing the temperature between you, measuring the invisible boundary. It's asking a question her voice is too shy, too vulnerable to utter aloud. Do you feel this too? This undeniable spark that just ignited between us? This isn't just about reading a few discrete signs. This is about unlocking a primal language, an ancient hidden code written not in alphabets or emojis, but in motion, in subtle rhythms, in the raw magnetic energy that sparks and crackles between two people. Learn to read it, to truly see what her body is saying, even when her words are saying something else entirely. And you will never again have to wonder if she's truly into you. You will know, with an almost psychic certainty, because when a woman is attracted deeply and genuinely, her body reveals everything. And tonight, you're about to decode her deepest secrets, to gain access to a hidden world of desire. First, and this is a profound tell, watch her hands around her clothing. It's not about fashion. It's about a raw, instinctual reaction to your presence. When she likes you, even if she fights it, even if she's trying to play it cool, her body wants to present itself perfectly for you. It's a subconscious drive to enhance her appeal, to optimize her visual impact. You'll observe her subtly adjust her sleeves, tug at the hem of her shirt, or smooth invisible wrinkles from her dress or skirt. This isn't just about being neat. It's a silent, powerful urge to appear flawless, to be noticed, to captivate your gaze. This isn't a conscious decision she's making. It's a nervous flutter, an undeniable surge of self-awareness, a subconscious desire to align her appearance with the heightened, almost electric awareness your presence creates in her. Think of the contrast. She might be relaxed, perhaps even a little disheveled with everyone else in the room. But with you, her fingers are suddenly busy, almost frantic, yet subtly so. She might roll up her sleeves, then smooth them down, stretch them over her hands as if to hide a slight tremor, or adjust her cuffs as though preparing for a significant encounter. Or perhaps she subtly adjusts her neckline, drawing attention to the delicate, alluring skin of her throat and collarbone. It's her body's way of saying, without uttering a single sound, I care what you think of me. I want you to truly see me. She's not just fixing fabric. She's meticulously adjusting her entire presence for your eyes, hoping to catch and hold your attention in a way that transcends mere conversation. It's a subconscious dance, a quiet announcement that vibrates, with unspoken intention. I'm here and I'm acutely aware of you in a way that's different from anyone else. Next, look to her neck. This is not just any part of the body. It's one of the most vulnerable and intensely sensual areas of the female form, a delicate landscape of soft skin, subtle curves, and pulse points that quicken when desire stirs. When she's drawn to you, her hand will often almost magnetically find its way to her neck. She might lightly brush her fingers over it, tracing the line of her collarbone with a slow, deliberate motion, or even gently tilt her head, exposing more of that sensitive skin, revealing a whisper of intimacy. It's a profound gesture, often a blend of subconscious vulnerability and a primal, almost irresistible invitation. She's not necessarily aware of doing it, but her body, in its ancient wisdom, is lowering its guard, subtly exposing itself, inviting a deeper connection. It's a sign of nascent trust, a quiet reaching out across the invisible divide between you. This touch isn't born of fear. It's a form of emotional exposure, a positive vulnerability that suggests she feels safe enough to unveil a part of herself. It's frequently linked to a surge of internal excitement, a subtle underlying arousal that quickens her breath, heightens her senses, and sharpens her awareness of you. So when her fingers linger near her neck, or she unconsciously traces the curve of her throat, she's not just passing the time with an idle movement. Her body is signaling a deep level of emotional engagement, a silent whisper that reverberates with a powerful truth. You affect me. You penetrate my composure. It's her internal landscape becoming visible, not through words but through the soft, hesitant, yet incredibly potent touch of her hand. Now let's talk about her legs and thighs. These are powerful, often overlooked, yet profoundly revealing indicators of attraction. When she's near someone she's truly attracted to, a woman's lower body can become a dynamic canvas of unspoken desire. You might observe her subtly shifting her position, running a hand almost possessively along her thigh, or crossing and uncrossing her legs with a slow, deliberate, almost rhythmic grace. These aren't just casual adjustments for comfort. They're often soft, silent maneuvers designed at a subconscious level to attract your attention, to draw your gaze, to make you acutely aware of her form, of the sensuality she holds. Her subconscious knows or fervently hopes that you're watching. She becomes exquisitely aware of her body, how it moves, how it appears, how it might be perceived by you. These shifts aren't signs of discomfort. They're powerful declarations of presence, an unspoken invitation to appreciate her physicality. She may be subtly guiding your focus, hinting at a hidden sensuality that she's both aware of and wants you to notice. If these enticing movements are paired with sustained eye contact, a genuine, lingering smile, or a slight, almost imperceptible lean in your direction, you're witnessing a layered signal of profound interest and unspoken narrative unfolding before your very eyes. Her body isn't just reacting, it's actively engaging, creating a silent, seductive dialogue that bypasses the need for words. These quiet undulations, the subtle reveal of her legs, are her body's way of saying, I'm comfortable with you, I feel an undeniable spark, and I want you to notice me, all of me, right down to my core. Her lips, perhaps the most alluring and universally understood signal of all, even when it's delivered in silence. There's an undeniable magnetism, an almost electric pull in the way a woman interacts with her lips when she's attracted to you. She might gently bite them, a soft, teasing pressure that hints at suppressed desire. She might press them together in a thoughtful pause, a subtle act of composure that barely contains the excitement beneath. Or she might slowly, almost languidly, trace her finger across them, a deliberate, sensual movement that draws your eyes directly to the curve of her mouth. These aren't just idle gestures. They are potent forms of silent flirtation, subtle invitations to intimacy, powerful cues that speak of an unspoken yearning. The lips are inherently expressive, a primal focal point of desire and communication. When her fingers find their way to them, it's a quiet, unconscious rehearsal of closeness, a subtle enactment of yearning. Picture this. You've just made her laugh, a genuine, unrestrained sound that fills the air between you. And in that moment, her eyes meet yours, then drop for a second as she slowly, deliberately, almost ritually, applies lip balm, her fingers brushing her lips with a feather-light touch. It's not rushed, it's not distracted. It's a moment suspended in time, charged with unspoken meaning. Her body is signaling with an almost audacious confidence. Do you notice how soft they are? Do you want to find out for yourself? It's a primal, direct appeal, an unspoken promise carried on the very curve of her smile, a hint of the passion that lies beneath her collar or necklace. These seem like such innocuous objects, yet they can become powerful conduits of her unspoken desire. The smallest gestures when she's near you can carry the greatest weight. When she fiddles with her necklace, rolls a pendant between her fingers, or adjusts the chain against the delicate skin of her collarbone, it's rarely casual. This area is intimate, close to her heart, nestled between her neck and chest, and her subconscious knows its power, its allure. These actions often reflect a potent mix of nervous excitement, a hint of sexual energy, and a profound, undeniable desire to be noticed, to draw your gaze to this vulnerable yet alluring space. Even if she's completely unaware of the message she's sending, her hands are subtly, artfully guiding your eyes to these delicate, inviting contours. Fidgeting with jewelry is indeed a self-soothing act, a way to channel nervous energy, but it's more than that. It's a profound sign that her emotions are stirred, her internal landscape alive and humming with an energy that's difficult to contain. Even as she tries to maintain an outward composure, she's like a hummingbird, delicate and vibrant, containing an inner storm of feelings. Imagine her laughing at your joke, her eyes sparkling with genuine amusement, while her fingers unconsciously play with a charm on her necklace, her gaze dropping to it for a moment, then snapping back to you, bright and expectant. That instant is pure attraction, a raw, undeniable magnetic force wrapped in a veil of seemingly innocent movement. It's a delicate dance of exposure and retreat, an irresistible invitation that speaks directly to your deepest senses. Her hair, whether it's a cascade of tumbling curls, a sleek, sophisticated bob, or wild, untamed waves, hair is a powerful visual asset, a frame for her face, and women intrinsically understand its effect, its seductive potential. Twirling, flipping, or adjusting her hair when you're around isn't just grooming. It's an instinctual, psychological play, a timeless ritual of courtship. It gives her hands a nervous outlet, a way to channel and release pent-up energy, while simultaneously drawing your attention, almost hypnotically, to her face, her eyes, her captivating smile. Every subtle movement, every flick of the wrist, becomes an integral part of her silent allure, a visual symphony designed to draw you closer. Think about it in a real-world scenario. You're in a crowded room. The ambient noise is high, everyone talking, but her eyes, with an almost gravitational pull, keep finding yours. Then slowly, deliberately, with an almost theatrical grace, she tucks a lock of hair behind her ear. Not once, but repeatedly, even if her hair isn't actually in the way, even if it was perfectly styled. This isn't a mere styling choice. It's a profound ancient signal. In psychology, it's often called a preening gesture, an unconscious ritual performed in the compelling presence of someone she finds desirable, someone who has stirred something deep within her. She might not be saying with explicit words, "I like you," but her body is practicing the words through graceful, repeated movement, a silent, ardent declaration. So next time her fingers weave through her hair, or she tosses it over her shoulder with an exaggerated flourish while she talks to you, remember, that's not just a habit. That's her heart beating a little faster, a silent invitation to draw closer, to enter her intimate space. Her ears or earrings. This one often slips past unnoticed, dismissed as insignificant, but once you're aware, it's incredibly revealing, a subtle beacon of her true feelings. When a woman is truly captivated, when she feels that undeniable spark, her hands sometimes engage in seemingly casual actions that are, in fact, powerful emotional fingerprints, small signals etched in motion, saying more than words ever could. One such movement is touching her ears, gently tugging on her earrings, twisting them between her fingers, or slowly, almost tenderly, tucking her hair behind her ear, especially if it's a repetitive motion, a loop that plays over and over, even when her hair is already neat and out of the way. You might be tempted to dismiss it as trivial, a meaningless fidget, but here's the profound truth. The ears are highly sensitive, close to the neck and face, intimately connected to areas of pleasure. When she draws attention to this zone, particularly while holding your gaze, it's a layered gesture. On the surface, it might seem like simple nervous fidgeting, but underneath, her mind is buzzing, her emotions are stirred. Her nerves are exquisitely heightened, not in a bad way, but in that delicious stomach fluttering, butterflies in the belly kind of way that accompanies attraction. Psychologically, this is known as a self-adapter behavior, where someone touches parts of their body to manage internal emotional arousal, to ground themselves amidst a swirl of feelings. She's not doing it out of boredom. She's doing it because you are profoundly affecting her, stirring her inner world. Imagine, she's laughing at your compliment, her fingers brushing her earring as she tucks her hair. Then she does it again, a subtle, repeated movement. That repetitive motion is her body managing her excitement, a physical manifestation of her inner turmoil, while simultaneously, unconsciously, drawing your gaze to a tender, vulnerable spot. It's shy, it's soft, but it carries a powerful, undeniable meaning. And if she pairs it with a bashful, lingering smile or slightly lowered eyes, you're not just part of her attention. You are its captivating magnetic center, her phone. In our hyper-connected modern world, her phone, paradoxically, can be one of the most powerful and often dramatically misunderstood signals of attraction. You might assume her constantly picking it up, tapping the screen, or putting it down repeatedly means she's distracted, disengaged, or simply bored. But the profound truth, it might mean she's utterly, completely captivated by you, so much so that her phone becomes her psychological shield, her safety net, her anchor in a sea of intense feelings. Watch closely. If she keeps holding it, not actively scrolling through social media, not texting furiously, not engaging in a call, but simply flipping it in her hand, tapping it idly, setting it down, then picking it back up again, that's not boredom. That's emotional friction, an inner tension she's trying to dissipate. Her nervous system is humming, activated by your presence. She's regulating her excitement, and her phone becomes a decoy, a psychological prop, something to occupy her hand so she doesn't betray the sheer intensity of her feelings. Here's the crucial twist. If she genuinely didn't care about you, she'd be engrossed, lost in her screen, oblivious to your presence. But when she keeps pretending to use it without truly engaging, without actually being absorbed, that's her subconscious navigating the emotional storm your presence creates. A silent battle to maintain composure. She might glance down, a small knowing smile playing on her lips, but that smile isn't for her phone. It's for you. And here's an even deeper truth. Sometimes when a woman is truly drawn to a man, she doesn't want to make it too obvious, doesn't want to appear overly eager, so she uses her phone to project an image of casual detachment, appearing unbothered, cool, and collected. But her fingers might have a slight tremor. Her body is hyper-alert, her mind completely absorbed by your every word, your every gesture. The phone isn't a distraction from you. It's a distraction because of you. So when she handles her phone like it's suddenly the most fascinating object on earth, yet never truly uses it for its intended purpose, that's not disinterest. That's a powerful, almost overwhelming emotional storm she's desperately trying to manage, and it's all thanks to the magnetic energy you're radiating. Her fingers or hands when she has nothing to hold. This is a crucial yet frequently missed detail that most men completely overlook, yet it speaks volumes about her inner state. When she's with you, talking, laughing, or just sharing the same space, and her hands are free, no phone, no drink, no purse, no prop to occupy them, observe them closely. What do they do? If she starts rubbing her fingers together, lightly wringing her hands, touching her nails, or tapping her fingertips together in a repetitive, almost compulsive rhythm, that's not boredom. That's a surge of emotional energy, an inner restlessness seeking release, an unspoken language trying to find an outlet. You see, when attraction awakens, especially if it's new, intense, or unspoken, there's often a profound inner restlessness that accompanies it. Her body yearns to move, to express, to connect, to reach out, but her voice isn't ready. Her conscious mind still hesitant. So her fingers become her quiet communicators, her emotional proxy. These motions fall under what psychologists call displacement behaviors. Small, repetitive actions that help manage inner tension or arousal. In essence, her hands react, almost involuntarily, because you profoundly affect her, because you are generating a powerful emotional response. And if she's doing this while maintaining consistent, deep eye contact, smiling shyly, laughing softly, while her fingers trace delicate patterns along her palm or interlace nervously. That's not just subtle flirting. That's emotional overflow, a powerful torrent of unspoken feeling that can no longer be contained. It's a profound testament to the unspoken, yet incredibly potent connection blossoming between you. When she doesn't know what to say, or dares not say it aloud, her hands speak for her, expressing a yearning, a desire, a fascination that words cannot yet capture, revealing the depth of her feelings, her ankles or feet. Yes, really. Now this might genuinely surprise you, as it's one of the most overlooked yet consistently accurate attraction signals. When a woman is sitting near you, especially if you're engaged in conversation or simply sharing space for an extended period, pay meticulous attention to her feet and ankles. Seriously, if she starts crossing and uncrossing her ankles, curling her feet under her chair, or lightly swaying a foot when her legs are crossed, she's revealing more about her inner state than she consciously realizes. Foot and ankle movements are often controlled by the least consciously regulated muscles in the body, meaning they bypass the censorship of the conscious mind. This implies that when they move in such ways, it's often the raw truth, the unfiltered emotion slipping out unhindered. The deeper meaning here is fascinating. Restless feet often reflect nervous energy, a heightened, almost electric awareness caused by someone she's emotionally tuned into, someone who is genuinely stirring her. Repeated shifting or repositioning of her lower body usually indicates she's trying to appear calm and composed, while managing a surging inner tension, a delicate dance between composure and chaos. If her feet point toward you, even if her upper body is turned slightly away, engaging with someone else, that's a powerful directional cue of interest, a subconscious magnetic pull. Her subconscious is leaning in, drawn undeniably to your presence even if the rest of her body is still playing coy. And if she starts playfully moving the toe of her shoe up and down, or even slipping it halfway off her foot, that's a classic primal body language sign of comfort, sensuality, and flirtation, a deeply rooted signal of comfort and invitation. So next time you're with her and she seems outwardly calm, cool, and collected, glance down, because her feet might just reveal the beautiful, chaotic emotional storm her words are trying desperately to hide, laying bare the truth of her desire. Every touch, every subtle movement, every seemingly insignificant fidget, every tug, every fleeting glance, every brush of her fingers across her body. None of it is accidental. These are not random acts. These are intricate codes, profound emotional codes deeply rooted in vulnerability, in raw, undeniable desire, in the magnetic, almost gravitational pull of subconscious attraction. If you truly learn to read them, if you master this unspoken language, you will never again have to grapple with the agonizing, self-doubting question, is she into me? You will know, with an almost supernatural clarity, because the signs are undeniably there, etched into her hands, her posture, her body language, speaking a truth clearer, more potent, and more honest than any spoken word could ever hope to convey. By now, you've likely realized a profound and life-changing truth. When a woman is around someone she genuinely likes, someone who sparks a deep, undeniable fire within her, she rarely stays completely still. She adjusts. She fidgets. She smooths. She plays with jewelry. She touches her neck. She twirls her hair. She brushes her lips. She handles her phone as if it's suddenly a strange, fascinating, yet utterly compelling object. These moments might seem random, insignificant to the uninitiated, to the untrained eye, but to someone who understands the profound psychology of attraction, to someone who has learned to read this hidden script, they are vivid whispers from the deepest, most authentic corners of her subconscious. Every single touch, every little movement reveals something, not necessarily because she wants to be obvious, but because her emotions are too powerful to contain, too intense to suppress. They leak through her physical form, her body expressing what her conscious mind cannot yet voice, what her lips are still too shy to confess. Sometimes, in fact often, it's not about what she says, not about the words she chooses. It's about the seismic shifts in her presence, the quiet hum of her body, the electric tension that she can barely contain. You, my friend, are now equipped to read these hidden messages, to see beyond the superficial surface, to understand the truth she's desperately trying to conceal, or perhaps subconsciously, desperately hoping for you to discover. This knowledge is power. It gives you an unfair advantage in the exhilarating game of attraction. Go out there. Observe with new eyes. decode with newfound understanding, and never again be left guessing. Because the true game of attraction isn't about words. It's about reading the unspoken, feeling the current, and understanding the profound, ancient, and deeply seductive language of desire. Unlock her deepest secrets. Master the art of subtle attraction. This is just the beginning of your journey into understanding the hidden dynamics of human connection. You can find more powerful insights, advanced techniques, and actionable strategies to captivate any woman, to build genuine magnetic connections, and to navigate the exhilarating landscape of relationships by subscribing to this channel and hitting that notification bell. Don't miss out on transforming your understanding of women and attraction. Don't let these crucial insights pass you by. Click right here to watch our next video, where we reveal the irresistible conversational starters she'll never forget. Techniques that will make you unforgettable. Your journey to becoming truly irresistible starts now.